So a worked example now to try and find out the distance between 2 points. The question is, the distance mn is 5, where m is the point 4 minus 2 and n is the point a, 2a. Find two possible values of a. So we can do this algebraically now we know how to calculate the distance between 2 points. First thing we need to work out is the difference in the x coordinates. So the difference in the x coordinates, and that's simply a minus 4. Point N has a coordinate a and point M has the coordinate 4. We do the same for the y-axis. So we have the difference in y is simply the difference in the y coordinate. So the y coordinate of point N is 2a, and we need to take away the y coordinate of point M. Now the y coordinate of point M happens to be minus 2, so we're taking away minus 2. So be careful when you're taking away a negative number. Make sure you get it right. Okay, so we have the difference in x is simply a minus 4, and the difference in y is simply 2a take away minus 2. So using Pythagoras' theorem, we can say that mn squared, in other words, the square of the distance we're trying to find, is simply the square of the x distance plus the square of the y distance. Now be careful here because we're taking away minus 2. Minus 2, okay, is plus 2. Now I know what mn squared is. It's in the question, it's 5. So mn squared is 25. And I know that that must be equal to the right hand side of this equation. So if I multiply out these brackets, expand them out, I get a squared minus 8a plus 16 for the first bracket, and then multiplying out the second bracket, I get 4a squared plus 8a plus 4. If you can't remember how to expand brackets out, ask me and I'll show you how. Tidying that all up, we get 25 equals, let's bring all the a squareds together. 1a squared plus 4a squared leads to 5a squared. Let's look at all the a's. We have minus 8a plus 8a is simply 0, so they sort of cancel out. And then I have the constant, the numbers, plus 16 plus 4 is plus 20. Rearranging this so that I'll have a's on one side and numbers on the other. If I take 20 off of both sides, I will get 5 equal 5a squared. If I divide both sides by 5, in other words cancelling those out, I simply have a squared equals 1, or 1 equals a squared. So I'm nearly there. I need to square root both sides. So my final answer is a equals 1, because the square root of 1 is 1. But also remember that the square root of 1 can also be minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1 is 1. Plus 1 times plus 1 is also 1. So whenever you square root a number, you normally get two numbers as the answer. So the answer is plus or minus 1.